I'm going to ask you to cast your mind back to almost a decade ago. Since the controversial businessman, I'm sure you'll know the name, Thoshan Panday, was accused of tender fraud and bribing former KZN Hawks head Johan Booysen. While the police and NPA talk tough on corruption, Panday is yet to be prosecuted almost a decade later. Barry Bateman, how is this possible?
Well, that is the question. Now, we do know, and I've been speaking to Johan Booysen, but we know his story as well. The interference in the Hawks in KwaZulu-Natal. I mean, Thoshan Panday, he was the subject of an investigation related to 60 million rand tender fraud during the 2010 World Cup. And it was Booysen who was leading that investigation. The other person who was implicated was a Colonel Navin Madu. Now, it got to the point where Madu was in a car with Booysen in police headquarters in 2011, where he handed over more than R1 million in cash in an attempt to bribe Booysen to make that 60 million rand tender case go away. And he was arrested on the spot, and days later, Panday was arrested. But we know what happened after that. Booysen was eventually removed from the Hawks, that whole Cato Manor death squad saga, if you recall that. And eventually there was review applications and various matters taking place over the years to the point where we are now. We've got a new administration in the NPA. And that's the question I've been asking. Why have we not seen any movement on this case just yet? Well, we're told that there has been recent review applications that have taken place, and judgment is reserved there. But we're told that we can expect something happening soon. But I'm not going to hold my breath, just given that this matter has been going on for about a decade.
And I was about to ask you, I just saw someone on the ENCA Twitter account as you and I started talking about this, and not to use too much legalese for the simple man like me, Barry Bateman, but is there some kind of statute of limitations on a case this old, or can they go after it with the teeth that they should have all those years ago, all these years later?
They certainly can go ahead. I mean, the 60 million rand the tender case was almost completed. It was done. It was ready to be enrolled and go to prosecution. It got to the point as well, I think, Prosecutor Harry Nell, when he was led the NPA, was in a position to be able to go ahead and prosecute this matter. But due to political interference from outside and within the NPA, this matter never made it. I mean, as I just explained to you, here you had a case where a policeman, Colonel Navin Madu, handed over R1 million to the head of the Hawks, and he was arrested on the spot with the money seized and everything. And this matter was not prosecuted. It blows your mind. But it was because of political interference going on in the Hawks. Thoshan Panday is known to be a connected person in KwaZulu-Natal. This was, of course, all revealed by Booysen himself at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. So there is no limitation. It's just a matter for the NBA to grab this docket, enroll the matter, and get these individuals in the dock to prosecute them.
All right, so as you're alluding to, Barry, the political environment, let's go back a decade, the political environment, then very different to where we are now. As someone who doesn't just report on these stories, you analyze these stories, you understand the context that they live within. Do you get the sense that come the end of 2020, at very latest, we could have this on a court roll?
Well, speaking to Johan Booysen, he was saying that he had recently, as 3 weeks ago, heard from the investigators in this particular matter. They told him that they'd just been tying up a few loose ends. I also know that the head of the investigating directorate, Hermione Crenier, is apparently scheduled to make some announcements at the end of this month, end of September. So I think there's a lot of hope. There's suggestions in it that this Panday matter might be one of those that are going to be announced as to be re-enrolled soon. It certainly doesn't help Hermione Crenier and her unit that was established that, no, we've had one or two matters that have been enrolled, but there must be dozens of others, hangovers from that Jiba Sean Abrams era in the NPA that simply haven't moved. I think the public wants to see those matters on the roll and settled. Yeah, the hangover just keeps on hanging, Barry Bateman. Thank you very much indeed. Follow him on Twitter, ENCA_B Bateman. He'll be all over this story. The moment he knows anything, I can assure you, you will hear on ENCA. Barry Bateman, my thanks to you this Sunday afternoon.